Imagine waking up to breaking news. Superman has just saved a crashing plane. Spider-Man is swinging through New York, and Batman is patrolling the streets. At first, it sounds like a dream come true. Superheroes, real and among us, protecting the innocent and stopping crimes before they even happen. But would it really be that simple? Would their presence make the world a utopia, or would it spiral into chaos? What would governments do? How would people react? And most importantly, who would truly be in control? The public's reaction. Heroes or gods? The first reaction, absolute hysteria. Social media would explode overnight. People would rush to capture footage of their favorite heroes in action. Blessed by Spidey, Struck Iron Man for president, and Superman saved my life would trend globally. Superhero fan clubs would transform into full-fledged religions. Imagine the Church of Thor, where people pray to the god of thunder for good weather. But not everyone would be excited. Skeptics would question their true intentions. Conspiracy theorists would claim they were part of a secret government project or extraterrestrial beings preparing for world dominance. Some people would fear them, seeing them as threats rather than protectors. The phrase, "Who watches the watchman?" would become more relevant than ever. And what about regular people just trying to live their lives? Imagine sitting in traffic, only to have the Flash zoom past, causing a shockwave that knocks over street signs, or waking up to find that Hulk's latest rampage just wiped out your workplace. Even a hero's best intentions could make life unpredictable. Government's dilemma, allies or threats. No government wants beings stronger than their military roaming freely. The United States would immediately push for superhero registration, demanding that every hero reveal their identity and work under government supervision. Some heroes, like Captain America or Iron Man, might cooperate, but others, like Batman or Wolverine, would never agree. Other nations wouldn't stand idly by. China, Russia, and other superpowers would start their own superhuman arms race, experimenting on soldiers, developing artificial superpowers, and even cloning heroes. The world wouldn't just have superheroes, it would have superpowered Cold Wars. And then there's the ethical dilemma. Governments already struggle to manage regular human conflicts. Now, imagine trying to negotiate international peace while knowing that one rogue superhero could wipe out a city in seconds. Would countries secretly develop anti-superhero weapons? Would they enforce new laws to keep these beings in check? The biggest question: how do you legally control beings who can break every law of nature? Law and order. Who decides justice? With superheroes fighting crime, traditional law enforcement would become almost obsolete. Why wait for police when Spider-Man can web up criminals before they even reach for a gun? Why hire security when Iron Man can monitor an entire city with his AI? But here's the problem. Who decides what justice is? What if Batman catches a criminal, but the court has no legal evidence to convict them? What if Deadpool decides that certain criminals don't deserve to live? Vigilante justice might feel right in the moment, but in the long run, it would destabilize the legal system. And what about the villains? Would criminals become more desperate, knowing they're up against gods? Would new supervillains emerge, pushing technology and human limits to counter these so-called protectors? One thing is certain: superheroes wouldn't just stop crime. They'd evolve it into something far more dangerous. The economy and everyday life. Superhero chaos. A world with superheroes wouldn't just change crime, it would change everything. Insurance companies would struggle to cover superhero-related damages. Banks would have to rethink security, knowing the Flash could rob them in the blink of an eye. Cities would need new infrastructure, designed to withstand Hulk-sized destruction. And job markets? Say goodbye to traditional law enforcement. Why train for years as a firefighter when Superman can put out fires in seconds? Why be a soldier when superheroes are stronger than any army? Sure, construction companies would make billions rebuilding after every superhero battle, but most industries would collapse. And then there's product marketing. Imagine branded superhero merchandise skyrocketing in sales. Governments might even turn heroes into corporate assets, selling rights to their images, creating global franchises, and, who knows, even reality shows featuring real-life superhero battles. Superheroes. Protectors or dictators? At first, superheroes would try to protect us. But power always leads to one thing: control. Superman may want peace, but what if he decides that a certain government is too corrupt to exist? What if Captain America, seeing endless war and suffering, chooses to take matters into his own hands? At what point do superheroes stop being guardians and start being rulers? Some would argue they'd never let that happen. But history tells us otherwise. Even the noblest heroes are still human, flawed, emotional, capable of making mistakes. And a mistake, when made by someone with godlike power, could be catastrophic. A single bad decision from Superman, and a country ceases to exist. A lapse in judgment from Dr. Strange, and time itself could unravel. The more we rely on superheroes, the more we lose control over our own world. Final thoughts? Be careful what you wish for. So do we really want superheroes in our world? Sure, they'd save lives, fight crime, and bring a sense of security. But the price? A world where governments fear them, criminals evolve to match them, and regular people struggle to survive in the chaos they create. Maybe superheroes are best left in comic books, because in reality, the line between hero and tyrant is thinner than we'd like to believe. What do you think? Would a world with superheroes be a dream or a nightmare? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because even in a world without superheroes, staying updated is still pretty heroic.